Hello and welcome to the Fighting Moose podcast. I'm your host, Jason Hendrickson. This is a podcast where I retell stories, some fictional and some historical, that can be enjoyed by people of all ages. Today, we finish our journey through the book Holidays and Happy Days and finish with a holiday that I haven't read about, and that holiday is All Hallows Eve. It's exciting because we finished another book, but it is sad because we finished another book. Now it is time to find another book we can read. Do you have any suggestions? If you do, drop me a line and I will see what I can do. I already have to look for 2 stories because my son requested some last night before he went to bed. Anyway, in 2 days from now, it will be our 2-year anniversary. Thank you for your patronage, and I look forward to another 2 years at least of great literary adventures. Now, let's turn to today's story. I hope you enjoy. Let's begin.
Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard.
All Hallows Eve. The night of the 31st October has a character peculiar to itself, and to you children, it has some ceremonies that possess special interest. In England, it is known as All Hallows Eve, while in Scotland, where its customs are most varied and remarkable, it is known as Halloween. It is the eve of All Saints' Day, but there is little or nothing connected with the popular practices of that night that suggest Christianity. On the contrary, they suggest some old pagan worship in a mysterious impish world that holds high carnival for that one night. Many of the customs and rites connected with this revel, described vividly and amusingly by Robert Burns in Halloween, are not known to the Scots people of the present day, but some few of them are still practiced, even in England. Nuts and apples become of great importance upon All Hallows Eve. The nuts are not for eating, although that were probably a wise use to which to put them, but to play a mysterious part in deciding the fate of lovers. For this purpose, 2 nuts are dropped into a bright red fire side by side, and the name of the lad and lass whose fates are to be decided is given to each nut. The nuts themselves give the decision. If they burn quietly together, then all is well. But on the other hand, if the nuts or one of them jump out of the fire, then things will go ill with the 2 lovers. Here's how Burns describes the practice. The old guildwife's well-hoarded nuts are round and round divided, and many lads' and lasses' fates are there that night decided. Some kindle couthie side by side, and burn together trimly. Some start away with saucy pride, and jump out over the chimney, full high that night. Apples have a quite different use. On Halloween, they are placed in large quantities in a big tub nearly full of water. The apples are then stirred round vigorously, while the boys and girls, each in turn, try to snatch an apple from the water, not using their hands, but their teeth alone. Sometimes one has to dip one's head right down to the bottom of the tub in chase of a big apple, and that is rather a chilly experience, as I am able to testify. The modern plan of dropping a fork into the tub over the back of a chair may spoil just a little the apples that are impaled, but it is a good preventative of a cold in the head, the usual result of ducking for apples. There are many other customs connected with Halloween, some of them mysterious and uncanny, which you will learn by and by. But these 2, the burning of nuts and the hunting of apples, will do you no possible harm. On the contrary, where there is a lot of you children present, they will give much innocent fun and laughter.
Listen, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed. That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the Fighting Moose podcast. Please join us next time as we read another exciting story. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but I still have to find those two that I talked about earlier. Today's music was provided by the artist Analog by Nature. For more information to download and or listen to audio or materials from all our recordings, or to contact us, please visit www.thefightingmoose.com, or you can follow the links in the show notes. And as always, try and do a random act of kindness every day.
Houston. After serving the world for over 30 years, the space shuttle turned its place in history.